All right, I'm gonna keep it real. My mic was muted for like the first 7 minutes of this podcast, so I went over in post and dubbed what I thought I was saying while we were recording. The 7 minutes were really really good, so I left it in. Um, I apologize for what is probably the worst episode of this podcast. But yeah, enjoy.
Bought some almond pudding cups, which is like almond milk chocolate pudding,
Chocolate.
like a dairy-free chocolate pudding. And I forgot about it. And I just opened the fridge and I was like, damn, pudding. That's fucking sick. You know?
It's nice that you could surprise yourself.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Anyway, so I just got a nice little boost.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I am a little upset about something though,
What's
which
that?
is, Donald Trump is dismantling this country piece by piece. And all the news wants to talk about is Joe Biden's ass. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for the guy, but he was the president. He is no longer the president. He's an 82-year-old man with prostate cancer. This is not news.
It's true. Yeah, I told you about this
Yeah, you
earlier.
did. You did. I thought about you.
Yeah, I sent you an article. It said
Mhm.
small nodule found in Joe Biden's prostate during recent physical. And I said, why do we have to know about the nodule in his ass? How about you just call me when he has cancer?
But anyway, I'm like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit, man? Who cares?
All right, are we in?
Oh, we've been in.
Let's go. Okay.
Let's
So,
some might say we've dove on in.
oh, we dove on in. Now, let's talk about the opening scene.
Yeah.
Uh, Joel is covering for his brother, who has bought pot, and then Joel got into a fight with the pot dealer because they stiffed Tommy. Tommy looks like he's like 10 in this scene. A little young to be
Yeah.
buying pot.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't like uh
Wait, what does that mean?
I didn't really like the actor for Tommy. I feel like I don't really buy that that's Tommy. It doesn't look anything like him.
I also was not expect. Yeah, I agree. Well, young Joel also looked nothing like Joel.
Yeah, but he's like a little more believable, I thought.
I was expecting young Joel to be Hispanic.
Well, that you know,
Yeah, I like.
his father is Lalo.
Yes, I have my notes. Is Joel a friend of the cartel?
This is all canonically in the same universe as Breaking Bad, so
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be that surprising, I thought.
Well, and then we have the. I enjoyed like the pyramid of beatings. It's like a reverse funnel system,
Yeah,
and that was a sweet,
you trickle up
exactly
beatings.
trickle up beatings. So I thought it was a good opening scene. Now I do have thoughts about the next scene, which is Joel buying a cake with Legos,
Classic.
and they act like Legos are rare. And I'm like, Legos must be the most common thing in America. You go into any house, you walk down the stairs, and there will be
That's true.
Legos.
Joel says like, you couldn't have found him, but I'm a smuggler. It's like, come on, man. You open the toy chest in any house and you found Legos.
They're the most common toy in
Yeah.
America. Like, it can't be that rare.
I mean, yeah, come on. I
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying here, but probably something really funny.
I would say 90%. And if you're bringing a toy for the kids when you go on the run, it's not going to be Legos.
Yeah, I feel like
Hmm?
Legos are cool. I like Legos.
Mm.
Yes, you find that interesting.
Fair point. Fair point.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that uh he even gives Joel an option for
Well,
a chocolate cake.
fair enough. I guess he's implying that they go find the chocolate, and that's why it will take longer. Or yeah. So I do have a more of a philosophical question for you.
All right.
Is Minecraft the spiritual successor to the Lego?
Yeah. I mean, like they're both
Because
done by
people
like
fucking
autistic
love it.
kids.
Well, that, and I feel like it's occupying the Lego space.
Yeah, for sure.
No? Hey now, I know you had Legos
Oh yeah.
and
I had
Minecraft.
Legos. I was playing Minecraft in the beta.
Oh, did you really? I remember the first time I saw Minecraft, I went over to a friend of mine's house to play it. And he was playing beta Minecraft back when it was only creative. And oh, they had like no fucking blocks.
And you were hooked instantly.
Actually, I recall not really getting it.
Really?
No, I was survival is what made me enjoy it.
Yeah, I think actually the first time I played Minecraft or
Oh,
saw
okay.
Minecraft it was survival. Mining the diamonds. I was like, "Dang, this is living."
No, I just think there's something about it that really captures the youthful mind. The same thing
Yeah.
that I think Legos do, because they still they're just more creative. I think.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Legos though is like you have like a set, right? I think in Minecraft you can kind of build whatever you want. I mean, unless, they go into the Lego bin and then
But
you build
you would
whatever.
always, I mean, Lego sets eventually get disassembled, no?
I mean, for some people, I guess.
Like none of my Lego sets lasted that long.
Interesting.
Well, they have them, and then eventually you start picking pieces off them when you need them, and next thing you know, it's half the thing, and you're tossing it. Yeah, into the bin.
I guess, I mine are all we're all still together.
What was your favorite, like Lego, um, like you know how they would have different runs? They'd have like the StarCraft Legos, and then like the Lord of the Rings
Oh
Legos, and
fuck.
like what was your go-to?
Something terrible news. My mic was off for the first fuck for the first 7 minutes of the podcast. You know what? It's fine. It'll be a Mike Johnston monologue. God damn it. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh my god.
We're just gonna start here.
Oh fuck. You missed so much. So many good bits.
There
Uh
actually was some good stuff in there.
that's
There's never good stuff in there.
that's oh my god. I'm glad we didn't make it to the end, but I'm sorry. I brief oh god. Brief recap of what we've talked about so far.
All right, you recap. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh god. Um, you know what? I we're gonna have this. It's gonna take some mighty hefty editing to put this together. Basically, we talked about the beginning
No.
scene.
Fuck this. Fuck this. Here's what you should do.
Yeah,
You should go back and dub your voice in.
I was kind of thinking I might do that.
Like, you know, do
That'd
it
be
in post.
that'd be pretty funny. Why don't we do that? All right.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this now, that's what we did. And this past 2 minutes have made no sense to you. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. The Legos for me is just kind of the best Lego set, but
Like,
best
what was
Lego
the
set
Lego set
run.
that you were about?
Yeah, it was the Mars ones, the
I don't remember
original
the Mars.
Mars Lego sets. It was Mars Mission. That's what it was called. You could,
Oh,
yeah, you can look these
I
up.
do know what you're talking
They're
about.
really cool. I had the one that was like a base, and you had like a little pod with a little pod you could put a little like alien guy in, and you put it in like this tube, and it was connected to like an air pump, and you'd hit it with your hand, it would pump the air, and the little guy would shoot out the tube wherever you wanted him to go.
Damn, that's a
Uh,
deep cut.
yeah, dude. Looks like the in stock right now, brand new. That set is $400
Legos are expensive. It's unfortunate that they've become a for the rich toy.
because they should be for
Like
the
when I was a
people.
kid, everybody had Legos. I don't know if they do anymore. Or maybe I just grew up in a rich area.
Well,
But I don't think so.
yes to both, I think.
But first off, maybe yes to both. I'm impressed with your pick.
Why? What were you
That
gonna?
I think that was an erudite pick that really shows your depth as a precocious child. I would have picked the Star Wars Lego sets,
Oof.
which is a little basic, but
Yeah,
it's that's just who I was.
you have to be well off to afford the Death Star.
Well, I can tell you, I did not have the Death Star.
Would you
I the best one I
X-wing?
had was I don't think I had the X-wing. I did have a Venator though.
I don't even know what a Venator is.
It was like a Republic uh, Star Destroyer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a cool one. That one stayed together for a while. Um, and then I don't know. I had bits and pieces. I think I had a TIE fighter. But anyway, I'm impressed.
So yeah, he likes the Legos. Seth likes the Legos. And you whatever, we get cake and I don't know.
And Joel makes a guitar. Now, which leads me to my second question. Are
Yeah.
guitars made out of a special wood, or is it all about the shape?
I, my impression from the scene was that he wasn't actually making the whole guitar. Like he was just kind of he got a new bridge for it or whatever with the bone, and then he restrung it and he fucking engraved a little thing. But I don't think he like made the whole guitar.
Interesting.
Thoughts?
Okay, that makes sense. No, I think that. I believe that.
Yeah. That seems like a lot of
Mm.
work. I don't know.
I mean, if somebody was going to do it,
I guess he's got nothing but time. I don't know. Maybe he did make the whole guitar.
well, he's got houses to build. He's a busy guy,
That's true. I forgot he does the house thing. That is
and
his
he's on
job.
patrol. I mean, this guy's doing fucking everything.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Now, what do you think about the Ellie burn?
Um, should have just went for the tattoo.
Well, but she would have had to show somebody the thing.
They'd get over it. Yeah, maybe get. You know what? I guess you're right. The burn. I think it took a lot.
I
I
thought the burn was cool.
think it takes a lot of guts to do something like that.
Yeah, she's got chutzpah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that. Um, Also, Ellie did something absolutely atrocious. She just like
Yes.
grabs the cake.
Oh yeah. That's minus points in my book. What's wrong with
Like
you?
that was. I mean, who eats fucking cake like that? And then, and here's a real low point for the episode. Another guitar scene. That's like 3 guitar scenes in 3 episodes.
Yeah, but this one's Joel.
That did not make it better.
Didn't matter for you. It's just a guitar scene that you don't like.
I They've spent like 30 minutes of this season with somebody just playing the guitar.
Yeah, we don't need the whole thing.
I
I'm and I think this is gonna come to a point where we might as well just talk about it now. This game has to, I think they're splitting it up into like 2 or 3 seasons.
What?
The second game, the events of the second game.
Oh, you don't think this is the
No, I'm sorry. There's no way. There's one episode left.
but really?
Yeah,
Oh, so you think we're gonna Last of Us season 3?
I think we are.
Oh,
In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
this
say.
is saying we're gonna have 4 seasons.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I looked it up. because
What?
because I thought I'm like really I'm like is this gonna be the end? And then they're like no we're yeah
Oh, that is such a bummer.
right,
I oh
which
what?
comes to the realization for you, and I hate to say this, you might not even see Isaac in the finale.
This is a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh god, somehow all the guitar scenes are worse if they're just filler. Wait, we might not even see Abby in the finale.
I just it's I'm not
Why the
looking
fuck?
for.
They made it a 7 episode season. If you
Yeah,
wanted to make more episodes, just make more episodes.
I
Why?
I'm right there with you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. But I just thought you should know, before you watch the last
I
episode
appreciate
and be like,
you
what the
telling me.
fuck was that?
I'm probably not gonna watch the last episode until I return to Chicago.
Yeah.
Um, because I'll be seeing Ricky Cooks on Saturday,
Oh,
and then Ice and Fire and I will be up in Wisconsin, and then I've got to get back down to Chicago to get on the flight on Monday.
to
So I
go
don't know when I'm gonna have time to watch this thing.
to go to an undisclosed location.
Yeah, and exactly.
Yeah.
And then won't return from that undisclosed location till Thursday.
Well,
So I
maybe
just don't know when I'm gonna watch it. Oh,
maybe we can have an on-site
in
review
undisclosed location.
at an undisclosed location. Yeah.
Damn, that's an interesting idea. All right, best think
Well,
about
we'll see. Keep an eye out. But
it. Okay.
anyway, don't get your hopes up for the finale. Is all what I'm trying to say here.
Uh,
Whatever. So let's keep it moving. What
but let
happened?
me. I put some ratings in midway.
Okay.
Birthday scene, 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Now let's move on to the zoo scene,
Museum.
museum scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no animals. It's not a zoo.
I saw the dinosaur and I thought zoo. Um,
Yeah, all right.
Now this one was much better. I actually thought it was quite touching when they were in the capsule together.
I agree. I like that scene, and I think it's because they ripped it straight from the game.
Oh, was that do you know that for sure?
I have seen clips, or I've seen screenshots of Ellie in a astronaut helmet before.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a cool scene, but you're right.
But anyway, it was
It
good.
did
It was
feel
good.
game-like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good. I liked it.
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know. And then I gave this more of a 5 or 6 in.
Oh, you give
Then
it.
we have
Okay.
the Eugene situation.
Oh wait, you skipped over the drugs, sex, and tattoo scene.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Dina is getting her tattoo and she's hooking up with this girl.
Yeah.
Joel is not happy.
No.
Now, to be fair, I think we can get understand where he's coming from here. That was a lot to take in all at once.
Yeah.
And I think he handled it about as well as one could handle.
He did fine. He came back.
Like
It's fine.
it could have been worse. He ended up, being supportive. He liked the tattoo. I think he was just, reconciling, the kid Ellie with the adolescent teen Ellie, and
I think he had probably a normal fatherly
yeah,
reaction to everything all at once. It's fine.
I think so. I like. I don't know.
One thing I guess we talked about before the Eugene thing was the moth. Symbolism of the moth is death.
Yeah.
Is that just she lives with death because she's been bitten and people have died kind of
Well,
thing?
I think she talks about it later. It's because that she was, I don't know, intended to die. She it feels like very Mad Max
Mm,
Fury Road. You know,
yeah. She's
like
she's
like
she's meant to die, kind of thing.
like yeah, they're in the apocalypse. It's only a matter of time.
I
I thought it was cool.
like the
Don't love the
moth.
moth. So I
I like the
I like
moth.
her commitment to death. Don't love the moth.
Yeah, well,
You know,
you would prefer a gay butterfly.
no,
Yes,
did not say
yes,
that.
yes. You would
I would
prefer.
prefer.
You would prefer a very gay. You'd prefer the moth, but if it looked more gay when she
Okay,
drew
fine, fine. You got me.
it. What would you? What insect would you prefer?
For Ellie,
What?
I think maybe what
Wait, what'd you say? Oh yeah, for
for
Ellie.
Ellie.
Oh, yeah, 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 for Ellie.
It's a good question. For some reason, I'm thinking of a snake, like an Ouroboros.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like she's cannibalizing herself with her rage.
Oh,
You know,
I like that.
where
That's a good metaphor.
thank you.
Good job.
I like the cycle. I don't know. I she should get an Ouroboros tattoo.
All right, you can pitch that.
Hey, give me the writers' room. That's
What
all I'm
about
saying.
how about instead of the gay moth, we do it Ouroboros instead.
And it will symbolize how she's becoming Joel
There you go.
and how it will kill her. Um, I don't know what would you pick?
The gay moth is my
No,
choice.
why? But is the moth gay?
Yeah, well, in mine it is. In mine it's
Oh,
very
you want
gay.
a
Yeah,
slightly more
mine's
flamboyant
like a
moth.
moth, but he's dressed like Elton John.
Got a little suit on,
Yeah,
cane.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. But that'd be too hard to put on the
Piano.
guitar, so they had to drop that idea.
Now, can we move on to Eugene?
Yeah, Ralph Cifaretto.
My exact point. He was Ralphie the whole time.
I
That was a
know.
shocking twist.
I
The best twist in the whole
I
episode.
wasn't expecting it to be him.
And Ralphie is such a piece of shit that really it made me not like Eugene at all. I'm like, look, listen to this scumbag
Yeah, this
trying
guy.
to put the whole community at risk. You would do that, Eugene. You fucking would.
It is funny because I think in earlier episodes of the podcast I mentioned that Eugene solely exists just to give them information about the Fireflies. I guess that's not true. I guess here's his other purpose.
All right, he has two purposes.
Yeah, but I wasn't
He serves as
expecting
a wedge.
Ralph. Was not
No,
expecting Ralph Cifaretto. I don't even know the actor's name.
neither do I. I've these are the only two times I've ever seen him.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah, he's such a weasel though. I don't.
Yeah, he is. You can't shake it after watching The Sopranos.
It's true. Like, it's the voice. I think he has such this cloying, sarcastic voice. Like you could never take anything he says seriously.
Yeah, like he's lying all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like he's constantly lying, and when he's talking about wanting to go back, you keep waiting for him to make a move for Joel's gun.
Yeah, he does seem a little like, you know, he's desperate, whatever. So yeah, he might be willing to try something. I mean, I guess he did try to pull a gun on them at the beginning. That was empty or whatever. But I don't.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Do you think?
Now,
Do you think Joel made the right call?
so depends on the call. I think Joel should not have lied to Ellie and should have instead just shot him where they found him.
Yeah.
I think the lying was unnecessary in that case. And Ellie would have understood that that was the right thing to do. Now, I do think lying to the therapist was justified. I think why not let Ralph go out with some honor? and let her have that.
Right.
And why not let her believe that her husband, you know,
Was brave.
was brave?
Uh, but I thought what was gonna happen in that scene was that she wasn't gonna believe him, but that wasn't what happened at all.
Oh, because he was so cowardly and so
Yeah.
Ralph Cifaretto that he would
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would never do that. What are you talking? No, no way. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Well, I will say she would have realized it eventually.
Yeah.
Because why? Because they say they find him, right? Alive. And then he kills himself.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't he just do it immediately?
it's true. The suspicions would be there for sure.
But Ellie was way in the wrong. I mean, what purpose did that serve, calling out Joel?
It was definitely selfish. I think, she did it because she was more pissed about Joel breaking a promise to her than she was actually upset about the other thing. Not him
So
bringing him back.
perhaps it was still fucked up.
Yeah.
And I do think maybe she's not ready.
Not ready for what?
Uh Patrol.
Oh, well, that much is clear. I mean, even when the show starts, she sucks at patrol. She's already going off on her own.
That's true.
You're gonna get
She's a
people.
very bad patroller.
You're gonna get people killed
Yeah. But I think part of the problem is she just doesn't respect the zombies. Because she's
because,
not at risk.
yeah.
So she is so reckless because she's allowed to be,
Mm-hmm.
which, I think is a problem.
It's a problem for others, for sure.
Yeah. She's putting other people at risk.
All right.
Anyway.
And Pio Mai runs past at the beginning too. The horse.
Oh, the
A
horse.
little joke,
Good point. Dragging the guy? Yeah, I
little
like that.
Sopranos joke for you. I'm sure that's on r/Sopranos if I look for it right now. But
Oh, great point. Now, give me your episode ratings.
well, do you want to talk about the end?
Oh, where they talk about the Firefly thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, thoughts? I thought Pedro sells it pretty well. He gives a good performance.
Yeah,
You don't care.
that was fine. I don't know.
You don't care. You don't give a shit.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they finally talked about it. I don't know. I felt like it was very underwhelming.
Could have done a little more.
Like, I thought that Ellie being like, I don't forgive you, but I want to, was just, I don't know. It felt a little weak, a little out of character.
Who
And
was
I'm like,
out of character, Ellie or him?
Ellie,
Yeah.
she's already forgiving him.
Yeah, I don't know if they do this scene in the game. I have no idea. Also,
It was,
why, she lies to the therapist, right? She's like, I wish I would talk to him on that porch before he died. Why even say that?
I don't remember that.
Well, when she's like waking up from getting kicked in the ribs or whatever, however 3 days later.
Maybe she doesn't want people to know. Maybe she's guessed that why Abby is here,
Mm,
and she's trying to get some support.
I guess. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. All right. You want me to give an episode rating?
I
I'll
would
give my episode rating. It's a 7.
Ooh,
What do you?
that's high.
Yeah, maybe it's
You
2.
gave it last episode a 6.5.
But more happens in the last episode, and also I don't know. I like the episodes with Joel more, so I'll give it a 7.
That is crazy. that you think,
That this was better than the last one.
oh, maybe you're part of the problem.
Yeah, maybe I give this a six and a
Like,
half.
no, too late. You gave it a 7, Chief. I'm giving this 5.5. I did not enjoy this episode at all. I messaged you. I texted a friend of mine. I was
You're like,
very
what?
disappointed.
He said, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Sorry, that was a wrong text. That was from something else. No, that is what he said. He did say, what the fuck was that shit?
Yeah, I was not happy. I felt like they'd wasted my time, and worse, they'd wasted the penultimate episode of the series. Of course, now I realize that that is not what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. I don't know. I was disappointed. And yeah. And now I'm not even excited for the last episode.
And you know the most disappointing part of it all? Part of all of this?
Yeah.
Is I have to go and redub me talking about Joe Biden's asshole at the beginning before I put this episode up. That's the worst part of it all.
I am so looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
It's gonna be so bad.
Fortunately, I think it's doable based off of how the conversation was structured.
I think so too. It's, we talk about very specific things, and I can maybe even
Yeah.
like read my lips because I got the video. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with the finale. It might be a little late, but we might have a special finale. We'll see. All right.
Damn. It's gonna be, well, we'll see.
Okay. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Mhm.